Today we're back looking at some good old cheaters caught cheating.
Hi. You can get out of my house. You get the out of my house. Get out of my house. Alright,
Look at the cheek in her. She's just lying in bed with your husband acting like nothing's going on. Did she just wave the audacity? I mean, yeah, that as well. Like, she's waving at you as if you're a friend. When in reality, she's literally in bed with your husband. Her acting comfortable like that lets me know exactly what the husband was telling her. She 100% knew that he had a wife. And that's the thing that makes it worse. You know, whenever it comes to these cheating videos, sometimes a person doesn't know that the person they're on a date with or hooking up with has a partner. That one clearly did. Like, I'm so sorry. She was literally smirking and laughing at her. Laughing at her because it's the fact that she's in bed with her husband.
That's Nick's Tinder account.
Did you make this account for him? Because clearly
it says he was active
he
last
wouldn't
week.
have Tinder.
Except he does, Lauren. Look at it.
You're
Are you
lying.
that
You're
lying?
literally lying.
Why would I lie about
Because
that?
you're jealous.
Okay, yes, so this is also a situation sometimes you might find yourself in if your best friend's being cheated on. You know, you might want to do the best thing as a friend and tell them that their boyfriend or girlfriend's cheating on them, and then they just turn it all on you. Did you make this account for him? As if she'd do that, but then maybe she could. Think of it, you could literally set him up, make a fake Tinder, and then make her dump him, and then you get with him. Maybe that was part of her master plan all along. She already knows he's cheating on her, but she's afraid of being single. It's better to distance yourself from people like that. It could also be that she is genuinely in denial, even though she knows the truth, and she might just not want to lose him. She could genuinely love him with all of her heart, and the thought of him cheating and her leaving him is just too much for her to handle, so she just stays with him. And that's how some people are in relationships. You know, they give their partners more chances and more chances, even though they know deep down they're going to break their trust again. They would much rather stay with that person, be treated like crap, than actually leave them, because guess what, leaving is the hardest part. Bro caught his mum cheating.
Unbelievable.
What are you talking about?
Oh, okay, so that was a little snippet for what's gonna come. Okay, so that's the mum and the man, and he is watching them from the corner. It's like a spy. So yeah, okay, so it's not like they're having a chit chat there, you know, the hand is on the arm. It is going down in there. Oh wow. And she's just letting him do that. Also, imagine how the son feels watching his mum literally do that. And now he's gonna go in for the confrontation.
Unbelievable.
What are you talking about?
So disgusting.
What are you talking about?
Who the f is this?
Oh, in front of
Who
people
is
as well.
Rob?
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Rob?
Nice to
What are
meet
you doing with Rob?
What are you doing? Recording this?
Absolutely.
For what?
What are you doing? She's married, you know.
No, she's actually getting divorced.
I can't f***ing believe you right now.
Check at him. She's actually getting divorced.
Wow, this is a great scene.
Oh my god, can we just talk about the cheek of him? First of all, she's bad, but it's the fact that the son has said she's married and he's turned around and said, oh no, she's getting a divorce. Oh my god. Talk about making a bad first impression. Rob said she's actually getting a divorce. Translation, I'm gonna pipe your mum, loser. I mean, all I'm gonna say is let's hope that they don't end up dating, because that right there is certainly how you don't want to meet your stepdad for the first time. Damn man, I feel bad for him. Hopefully this doesn't mess up how he views women. Your mum is your first love. I mean, it is definitely gonna affect him, and something tells me that he didn't even know that his mum and dad were getting a divorce. I want to know how old he is. I'm gonna guess he's maybe 15, 16. Could you imagine being that age and seeing your mum cheating on your dad? Or in her case, maybe they were actually getting a divorce and she didn't say to them yet. But still, you know, at least tell your kids before you go out kissing men. Cheating husband gets caught by wife while out at dinner with his new girlfriend.
Hey.
How are you?
Hi.
What's going down?
Having dinner?
What's going on?
Having dinner?
She looks a little clueless.
I'm a friend.
Cool.
Are you really though?
It's crazy, right? You want married in here?
Oh, look, she's clocked the camera so she knows she's been caught.
Yes. I'm a friend.
Right.
I'm his wife. So what kind of friend are
We didn't work together.
You know our kids tonight? We were planning on having you over tonight. You guys are back at the Bel Air. 3 hours for the
Look at his hands tapping and his eyes. Ooh, he is one he is one angry man. Like, what you do in a situation like this if you're genuine on a date and you don't know? Oh, that was one angry man. I did not like the look in his eye. He had very scary eyes. The friend looked just as surprised, bet he was landed in both. Now, if she wasn't in it, she would have said girlfriend, she knew. But then maybe they were friends. Think of the last video, you know, where the woman said, oh, you know, we got a divorce, blah, blah, blah. Maybe he told her that, or maybe she just was a friend and like she didn't actually know he had a wife. But all jokes aside, I genuinely hope that wife is okay, because the way he was tapping his hands and the way he was looking at her was not a good look. I did not like a single second of that. I'm an a-hole for telling his girlfriend that he was cheating. I've been in a friends with benefits relationship with John for the past 5 years. During this time, it's been on and off, and our arrangement would always stop when either of us were dating other people or in a serious relationship. The rules were that we were always honest with each other if we were seeing someone else, and we would immediately halt it if that was the case. To give some context, I've known John since I was a kid, as we are close family friends. However, when this agreement began, John was adamant that we must keep it a secret, as it could be problematic if our families found out. Oh, okay, how old is this guy? By the way you're describing it, it makes me feel like he is a little bit older. I hope this ain't a grooming situation going on. After I returned from overseas in April this year, we resumed our relationship. In June, I became suspicious that John was seeing someone else after a mutual friend made a comment about seeing him out with another girl. I asked him about this and he said that he had a girlfriend while I was overseas, but he'd broken up with her before we resumed. I find it a little strange that he did not tell me this. Since we've always been honest with each other in the past, I brushed this off. Big mistake. Does John have any social media by any chance? Now, I know not everyone has social media, but if he does have a girlfriend, technically you could check his posts to see likes and comments. A few weeks ago, John messaged me and asked me to come over. As I was in work, I told him that I would message him that night. When I finished my shift, I invited him over to my house. He responded and said he couldn't as he was in Bonnie's house. When I asked who Bonnie was, he said that she was his girlfriend and that he thought I knew that. Yeah, so you didn't know, and that's the thing, so it looks like your suspicions were true after all. I freaked out and immediately blocked him in Facebook Messenger. I now know that this was all some kind of weird power play, but I am ultimately still confused as to why he decided to tell me this way. After he realized that I had blocked him, he texted my phone and asked if I was okay. He apologized and he said that he had some things to work out. I asked him how long he'd been dating her, and he reluctantly told me that he'd been with her since February. Keep in mind that I had also seen his family since then. No one ever mentioned that he had a girlfriend, nor did I see any posts in social media of John and Bonnie. I was unaware that this girl existed until this moment. So is it like a secret girlfriend? Either way, you and him had like an invisible contract, you had boundaries, and he's ultimately broken them. I felt absolutely disgusted and messaged some of his friends to tell them what had happened. Each one of them all said the same thing, that I should tell Bonnie. I was hesitant to do this as I did not want to ruin this poor girl's life. I slept in it, and in the morning I found her Facebook, free mutual friends, and thankfully Bonnie isn't a common name where I'm from. I sent her a message request explaining the whole situation and telling her that I had screenshots if she wanted to see them. She was shocked and told me that her and John were actually planning to celebrate their 1 year anniversary soon. More surprises, and that he had lied to me about when they started dating. Not that it even mattered at this point. She asked for the screenshots and told me she would break up with him the next day. Despite the horrible situation, she was thankful for me for telling her. You've done the right thing, you know, you and John can have your own wee thing going on. However, you did have rules and he's broken them, and him breaking them resulted in him cheating. A week later, I received a message from John's best friend Kane telling me that what I had done was absolutely disgusting. Although he was angry at John, he said that I was in the wrong for breaking up their relationship. John's the one who broke it up. I'm so sorry, how are you gonna blame her in this situation? As per usual, the one will get the blame. He explained that Bonnie was suicidal and that I had caused her serious harm. He also said that John's mother, who's my mother's best friend, did not believe that I didn't know John had a girlfriend. Kane also said that all the mutual friends he had spoken to think the same thing. Obviously, this is untrue, as this whole thing wouldn't have happened if I knew he had a girlfriend. I had to tell my mother what had happened before she heard it from John's mother, and now this has caused a rift between the two of them. But why is it causing a rift between the two of them when realistically the only person to blame right now is John? And also keep in mind, you know, if he didn't cheat on his girlfriend, this whole drama about you and him would never came to the public's attention. Nobody would have known that you and him were getting together. I honestly thought that I would want to know if I was being cheated on, and that telling Bonnie was the right thing to do. I'm not looking for sympathy at all, but I know that I've told the 100% 100% truth in this situation, and I have the evidence to prove it. I don't doubt that John has told a different version of this story to his friend. However, I still feel like absolute trash despite this being entirely his fault. I'm an a-hole for telling her. No, at the end of the day, you've actually saved her time. You know, put it this way, imagine if she got married and engaged to him and then found out later on that, you know, he had cheated on her. She's now got a full ass kid with this guy and married. And if she knew that information a little earlier on, she could have just ended things. So are you the a-hole? I'm gonna say no, you're not. Not the a-hole, I would want to know too. Better to get a red flag within a year rather than 5 years into it. If she is suicidal, it's not because of you, it's because of him. At this point, I wouldn't trust what any base party has to say about the situation. He's an a-hole for being dishonest with both you and her. Exactly, you also have to keep in mind, you know, this woman is also heartbroken. 2 women are heartbroken. And it's just got to do with honesty and lust. You know, if he could fight the lust, none of this would have happened. Well, anyways, guys, let's really leave that video there. That's some cheaters who were caught red-handed. If you will see me looking more cheaters getting caught, let me know, definitely will. Perspective scrub, and see you all tomorrow for another video.